Here's another College Board made AB Calculus AP question. AP Calculus AB. Let me say it in the right order. Clearly a slope field. So remember, slope field shows you a little portion of a line at a particular slope, and slope corresponds with dy dx. Those are things you need to know. So in this particular case, there's -3, or there's -3. That means this is going to be -1. So it looks like if I plug a -1 in for y, at least here, I'm always going to get 0. This flat line through there. Now, if I'm up here somewhere, notice that the slope changes, like from here to here. So we got to keep that in mind. But particularly when y is -1, the slope doesn't change. So let's try that here. In answer choice A, if I put a -1 in the y position, I get dy dx. This is for A. Dy dx equals -x plus x, which is 0. Okay, so right here, if I put -1 in for y, it does make a 0 slope. So that's promising. If I put a -1 in for answer choice B, if I put a -1 in the y position, I get dy dx, where that's the slope, as -x minus 1, which is going to depend on the value of x. So that's wrong, right? Because we need it to be consistently 0. Now, if I put for C, if I just plug -1 in, I do get 0 also. So we need to investigate the difference between A and C. If I put D in without writing anything down, notice that down here on D, there's no place to put the y. So there's nothing really going to force this to always be 0. So D is out. So what's the difference between A and C? Well, as I pointed out, along here, if I go highlight it in a different color, if I go through here, right in that area, the slope is always 0. But if I go somewhere else, it appears that x does make a difference. But if I look at C, the x has no influence on C because there's no x in there. Okay, so that means C must be wrong. X does have an influence. Otherwise, what's highlighted up here in pink, they should be the same, but they're not the same. So that means x does have influence. So that forces the correct answer here to be A. Okay, A would be the answer. Now you can look at other places. I just chose that one area because it stood out to me, where when y is -1, you always get a 0 slope. But there's certainly other ways to go about that.